I find it so interesting to see how much we harm ourselves and how much we continue to harm ourselves and how much we can't stop harming ourselves. And it's become so subconscious that we allow things to upset us, disturb us, we hold on to them, and we're the ones who suffer. And think of this, it's disturbing you because you're allowing it to disturb you. Or even more specifically, and this may sound strange, but you're making a choice to be disturbed by something. I know it doesn't seem like a choice. Sometimes we're just disturbed. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, nobody can harm you unless you harm yourself or unless you allow them to harm you. Interesting, isn't it? So someone is harming us, but we have the right not to be harmed. We can make the choice. Now, if I want to care for myself, if I want to preserve myself, if I want to treat myself properly, then I will be conscious that I'm harming myself by allowing myself to get disturbed by situations in which I actually have a choice whether or not to be disturbed. Have you ever been in a situation where it's really cold or really hot and you say, God, it's so cold, it's so cold, it's so hot, it's so hot. And all that's doing is making the cold colder and the hot hotter. And so you could approach it differently, or something you don't like. You just tell yourself, I hate this, I can't stand this. It just makes it more difficult to do. And we don't even realize we're doing that to ourselves. So we make things hard on ourselves unnecessarily. Isn't that interesting? So if you just start thinking in these terms, you'll see how many things in life you're making difficult, or you're for yourself, or you're reinforcing the difficulty when you have a choice to tolerate it, to not think about it. Like oftentimes we think about things which are disturbing, but we don't have to, but we do. So why would we think of disturbing things? Well, we're not conscious that these disturbing things are obviously disturbing us. And we're not conscious or aware that we have free will choice to not think about them, to not be disturbed by them, to say, I'm not going to think about this because it's disturbing. It's not good for me. It's not going to help me. Sometimes when we're disturbed, we make offenses with other devotees because sometimes their activities we find disturbing. We don't have to do that. So at least try to be conscious of how you're responding to situations, even situations where you feel like, I have no choice. But always remember, you can deal with it differently. Maybe not in that exact moment. You can still work through it so you don't carry it with you, hold on to it, out of concern that you're not going to become your own enemy and your own obstacle. Hare Krishna.